Hey guys, this is Nick with EDC Mag, and today I want to talk about the ADV Scavenger. This is a knife that's made by Andre de Villiers of ADV Tactical. It's a very unique knife. It's something I just got in maybe a week ago, and I wanted to share it with everyone. Let you guys take a look at it, see what you think. This knife is a 4.25 inch blade. So it's a bigger blade, but I like bigger knives. Most of my knives are going to be 4 to 5 inch, maybe bigger. Just kind of depends on what I come across, but I do like bigger knives. I'm a bigger guy. I like to have a handful. So this is a skeletonized titanium frame. Very unique clip on it. I don't think that's crossbones, but it kind of looks like bones. And what he added back in 2017, which is really super nice and makes a world of difference going in and out of your pocket, is that roller clip. Those things are just nice. It's a frame lock. It's an integral, if you can't tell or if you can't see that. So very unique knife, very different. I think it weighs about 6 ounces, 6.3 I believe. And it's just a really cool knife. I like different knives, I like cool knives, and this thing definitely fits the bill. It comes 2 different ways to flip, so it's got your rear flipper, your traditional. And personally, I am a thumb stud dork. I love thumb studs. This one's done really well. It's not too fine of a grind on here, so it's not going to dig into your thumb too much if you like me and you like to just sit around and flip knives over and over. This thing's new, so it fires like a rocket. It took me a little bit to work it in, but man, this thing is just flawless now. I've had probably 10 to 12 ADVs in the last couple of years. I've had butchers, I've had Hummers, cleavers, pocket butchers. I actually still have a couple. I have a battle cleaver that I want to share with you guys at some point, but this knife is very unique. It's very different. Andre partnered with Reich Knives on another model, and I think things went really well. And the Scavenger was something that he had made several years ago. It looked a lot different than this, but he went back to Reich to redo it and change it up a little bit, and they obviously have the machining ability, the tools to do this thing well. So he approached them with it, brought it back out, and it's just, man, it's cool. It's different, it's unique. As far as specific use, I don't know, looks cool. That's all I care about. Seriously, if it makes me smile and it looks cool, then it's done its job. I like different stuff. I like unique stuff. He reached out to me a while back. I'd been looking at this for a while, actually, since he first brought out the prototype, and he reached out to me, Andre did, and offered me the prototype, and it was very tempting. But the one thing that the prototype didn't have were the holes in the blade, speed holes or whatever. It whistles when you open it. No, it doesn't. But I'm a sucker for holes in blades, whether it be the scale or the blade or the whole knife. I don't know. I just think it breaks it up a little bit. I'm not really a religious person, but I do like holy knives. So this thing definitely fits the bill. Anyway, he reached out, and I just couldn't go with it, but I went ahead and got one from him. Now, the thing about this knife is it's a Midtech. It's not a custom knife, it's a Midtech, and I personally am having an internal struggle right now between Midtechs and customs. If you're not aware, there's a lot of fine lines, and I don't want to get too far down that rabbit hole. But a Midtech is a knife that is the main pieces are made somewhere else. They're sent back to the maker, and the maker does some level of assembly or you know, quality control something with the knife. So the maker's hands have actually been on it. That constitutes a Midtech. What Andre does is he has the pieces made with Reich in China, and then they come back, and then he does the final assembly. He does all the customization. For example, this one I really like the burnt bronze, the battle worn look. So Andre did all the anodizing of the titanium and the pieces in-house, did the final assembly, the QC, before he sent it to me. I couldn't be more pleased with the finish. I love this finish. I think it's very apocalyptic. So you take something that's somewhat Geigerish, and then you add the zombie apocalypse to it, and in my brain that's pretty damn cool. So but it is a Midtech, and my struggle internally is, you know, this thing's over $700, and I've noticed in the last year it seems like Midtechs are really, they're going up in price, but at the same time you're looking at Bowler M390, you're looking at titanium, you know, the other knife that I reviewed, the Crocard, the carbon fiber, the zirconium. I mean, these things are using superior materials for these knives, and the assembly, the fit, the finish is just phenomenal. You know, it's tough for a maker. I mean, I understand, because it's tough for a maker to, you know, make a living, because you're limited on time. You can only make so many knives in a day. So a Midtech is a natural progression as you become more successful, and it allows you to get more of your knives out in the market and get your name out there and become more popular, more well known, if you will. But the prices on these things, you know, customs, you can buy customs on the secondary market, you know, $400 or $500 for a lesser known maker that still has great materials, upwards of, you know, thousands easy. So it's hard to spend almost $1,000 on a knife that, well, in reality still isn't a custom. But at the same time, it's hard to argue with the quality and the coolness factors of these knives. They're just, man, this thing is light. It's big and it's light. I actually don't mind a little heft in my knives, but wow, this thing is cool, and it's just gorgeous. There's nothing wrong with this knife. If you want a knife that is going to scare the crap out of people when you whip it out, this is the one. I mean, it just looks like something out of an alien movie, and it's very unique. You know, it's tough. In my mind, I would think it'd be tough to come out with a knife that looks very unique, that doesn't look like every other knife out there, but still functions as well, if not better, than almost any other knife out there. And to be able to achieve those two things and do them both well, to me that says something about the maker and the knife, and those types of things really appeal to me. So as far as a Scavenger, if you get a chance, definitely pick one up. You can buy these things at in limited amounts from like Knife Center, Blade HQ, the normal places, whoever handles ADV. Or you can reach out to Andre directly if you don't want to settle for just what's available and you want something custom. I think from the time I talked to him and ordered this, it was maybe 3 weeks, maybe closer to 4. But you know, 2 weeks of that, or you know, the bulk of that, a lot of that is going to be in the shipping from South Africa. But you can say, you know, hey, I got this directly from Andre, so you know, that ups the cool factor, rather than Knife Center or wherever else. Andre made this just for me. Ha ha ha. Either way, wherever you get it, it's a cool knife. It functions well. It carries well because of the lightness of it. Goes in and out of the pocket well with that roller clip. There's just not a whole lot wrong with this knife. It's got a little bit of jimping. It's a little far back for me. Everybody's hands are different size-wise, but it's definitely it's not something to bitch about. I mean, it's this thing, the coolness factor is just off the charts. So give a shout to Andre if it interests you, and order yourself one, because these things are cool, and it's ADV, and ADV means quality. I mean, it just does. You know, I think this is number 12 for me, and never had an issue. Never, I mean, I think this thing, it follow you into the shit and come out the other end smiling. ADVs are just built to take it. They really are. They don't just look good, they perform well. My very first butcher I bought, I put in my pocket and carried every single day for 6 months, and I've had several since, and they're just great knives. So there you go, ADV Scavenger. Let me know if you have any questions or comments. Thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please do. We're just getting started, and we are excited for the future and what we can do with the channel. EDC Mag, thanks for watching.